Hey guys, Matt LaRosiere here with Firearms Policy Coalition, bringing you another weekly update, just to make sure you guys have all of the latest information on everything affecting your right to keep and bear arms. Now let's start with some of the good news. Just this Thursday, a federal court judge in California issued an order to temporarily block California's insane ammunition background check law. Basically, California law presently requires you to get a background check every time you buy ammo, and it's been preventing a lot of people from buying ammo at all due to the cost and the annoyance. Well, Judge Benitez, who we all love, wrote a scathing 120-page order explaining that guns and ammunition are both protected by the Second Amendment, and that not only are Newsom's recent raft of gun laws a massive burden on law-abiding Californians, but this most recent one, the ammo background check, is clearly unconstitutional. Now, considering the good judge has a couple other 2A cases ahead of him, including Miller, one of our cases, I'm looking forward to reading his opinions in the near future. Now, this isn't the end of the matter. This is just a preliminary injunction in this case. Now, that said, a win is a win, but it's not permanent. Now for some bad news out of California. Attorney General Becerra has issued a press release declaring that any current red flag orders would be extended by another 90 days. California already has one of the longest temporary no-hearing confiscation periods in the country at 21 days, and they issue these orders without people getting a chance to represent their case in court. Now, this is an awfully long time to strip someone of their rights without a day in court. It is a clear violation of due process. Given the current climate and potential for social disorder, it's also an especially dangerous time to tell individuals that they can't exercise their rights to defend themselves. But then again, nobody ever accused any California officials of having common sense or of respecting the Constitution. Residents of the district, there's a new FFL in town, the Metro PD. That's right, the only private FFL in Washington, D.C. has suddenly shut up shop, and the police are picking up the slack. Now, why would the cops be getting into the FFL business? Well, because Mayor Bowser was concerned about we interlopers, the constitutional lawyers living outside the district and inside, who would oppose the concept of it being impossible to legally acquire a handgun. Imagine that. And now for the feds. Things must be slow for the ATF these days because they've taken to calling gun shops, asking them to participate in phone surveys. Now, the survey is totally voluntary and totally not an inspection, but uncovered documents show that there's a section for the government's caller to mark up any indicators that the higher-ups may want to take a closer look at, which could mean more scrutiny down the road. Last up, many of you remember the horrifying scene in Nova Scotia, Canada recently where a madman went on a 14-hour killing spree, killing 21 people while impersonating a police officer. Reports indicate the government failed to activate the regional warning system, which would have at least put people on notice as to the event. Of course, before the smoke cleared, Trudeau was out front calling for more gun control. There's a minor detail though. It appears the murderer was already prohibited from owning firearms in Canada. So would Trudeau's call have prevented the tragedy? Obviously not. Just another case of don't let a tragedy go to waste, I guess. Well, that's all I've got for this week, guys. If you'd like to see the weekly in its full glory, you can check out the written version on firearmspolicy.org/news, and on TTAG we've got links to all the stories we've talked about. As always, keep your eyes on Firearms Policy Coalition, where we're keeping up the fight for all of your rights all the time. I've been Matt LaRosiere, and I'll see you real soon.